All right, people, so it's the next morning. Last clip you should have saw should have been me getting the wired harness laid to the side. Got everything unhooked. Got the wiring harness just laid to the side, that way I don't break nothing. I took the coil packs off just so I don't want to bust them. It's been kind of cleaning up each side here. I had to stop. I was here probably a couple of 3 or 4 hours here, just goofing off. I had to stop about 10 o'clock. The only thing I'm lacking now is I couldn't find my fuel line disconnect tools, you know, the little plastic push pin things. And it was already like 10:30, parts house is closed. And I got a brand new set somewhere in my parts house over here, the parts room, toolbox room, whatever you want to call it. I just couldn't find it, so I was already tired. So what I'm gonna do today, we're gonna start this. I'm gonna disconnect these fuel lines right quick. I'm gonna pop this intake off, just so I can put my lifting plate on it and yank the thing out. I gotta clean this mess up before I can even get my cherry picker over here. So let me see if I can get this intake off and cut y'all back on. I don't know how well y'all be able to see, but there's 2 fuel lines here. It's got the push on quick connects. One's a 3/8, one's a 5/16. Just got my little doodads here. Looks like the 3/8's the top ones. Let's try this. I opted with these versus the little metal kind because these feel like I feel like these can get in a tighter space maybe. There we go. And now I'm gonna have fuel leaking everywhere, which I'm not ecstatic about. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna push, pull. So that was pretty simple. Like I said, the top one is a 3/8, bottom one's a 5/16. 3/8 is your feed, 5/16 is your return. I'm gonna figure out how I can kink them off because I don't like the smell of gas everywhere. So, yep. I just found an old glove. Like I said, I work on ambulance, so I got gloves unlimited. I'm just gonna slide it over. Just put a zip tie, just a basic regular zip tie on there. Hopefully that keeps it from making a huge mess. This here, I need to find some needle nose. I don't know where my needle nose is at, but maybe this will work. So, looks like so to pop this intake off, it looks like there's just a bunch of looks like 8mm. I'm gonna verify right quick. Yeah, just 8mm. Looks like there's about 4 per side. Just got my screw gun here. I'm gonna try to set you guys up where you can see maybe. I don't know how well that's gonna work, but I'm gonna give it a shot. 1, 2, 3. I know the back 2 I'm not gonna be able to get to. So I'll just use my regular 1, 2, 3. Oh, looks like there's more. There's actually looks like there's 5 per side. I guess I forgot these somehow. 2, 3. So yeah, it looks like there's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 intake bolts per side. Just popping them loose here. These back 2, I had to get with just a regular ratchet. And I apologize, I ain't got y'all some better views over here. This is some crammed space. I'm working next to the firewall, which is not the best situation for me anyway. I believe that's it. Is there one right here? I forgot. Yes. Let's try that. Looks like I got a clamp here to take off. Maybe it'll pop off now. There's another one that just broke. Looks like this evap shit needs to come off. And there we go. I bragged about how clean the motor was from the outside, and I took the intake off, and look at this shit. I mean, there's just, golly, I'm gonna have to go get the shop vac and definitely do some cleaning for sure before I move anything. So, stand by. Not that it matters. Not that it matters in this point in life, because the dirt's probably already there. And I'm going to take some shop towels and just kind of cram in there to eliminate debris the best I can from getting in there. Ow, frick, that hurt. I've been here a whole 10 minutes. I already managed to draw blood, which buffoons me. So yeah, I took some, like I said, some paper towels was stuck down in there. Something I didn't know, and I just recently learned this from watching another video from a guy that's 3 hours away, so he's not super local. If you get, I've been looking for one of these LS lift plates that goes right here for the valley pan, and they're like 70 bucks and nobody local has them. But I learned on Facebook or a YouTube video, if you get one of these multi deals for carburetors, like an old school motor, it will work. I gotta remember exactly, yeah, like that I think he said, or let's see, definitely not like that, like that maybe. So that'll work enough to get me out. So I'm gonna pop these loose and put that in. I'm not gonna just take them all the way out. I'm gonna, well, the 4 I am, but I'm just gonna pop them loose. And then just put that lift plate on. I mean, that saves me 70 bucks. And I already have this from the actual old school small block that was going in my other project that's now Parts Trucks. It'll hold or it won't, you know. So off camera, I just cleaned up my mess here. Kind of got everything organized. I put all most of the stuff inside. Got the cherry picker on here. On the motor mounts on these, there's 3 15mm bolts on per side. I got like a, what was it, like an 8-inch, 10-inch extension on my impact. I'm gonna pop them loose. And I'm gonna see if this dude's gonna come out easy or is this gonna play hard. So I'm gonna try to see if I can get you in there. There's one there, there's one there. All right, so I got the cherry picker hooked up to it. Popped them 3 bolts loose. That belongs to each motor mount on each side. So now I'm just gonna jack up on it and see if I can get it out. So right now you're upside down. I'm hoping in the video editing software I can flip you around. So I'm just gonna see if it'll pop out of here. I'm gonna do a little bit and I'm gonna kind of get under here and pry. I know I took that all the way out. So it broke free. So now I'm just gonna jack up on it. Pull a little bit. I'm gonna check behind there. I don't believe I have anything. So now the $1 million question is, are these bolts the same as a regular small block Chevrolet? Now the question is these bell housing bolts the same thread as a small block Chevrolet? I'm hoping they are, and it feels like they are because I got an engine stand right here, so that's good. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3. So let's do this. Let's 2, 4. You can leave that one. Let's see which one's it. Sorry about that, guys. I had a friend walk in and wanted to speak for a minute or two. Just trying to figure out this engine stand part. I don't want it on there. All right, guys, so I got the engine on the engine stand here. Transmission still on the transmission jack. I'm gonna wait till I get the truck out. I'm gonna use these arms to pick it up because my lift won't go high enough. Or I could use a tractor, I don't really know yet. This engine is pretty dirty, a lot more dirty than I thought. So I'm gonna take some of that oven cleaner and, you know, get it done. That's gonna be a separate video. I can already tell you I got 2 broke exhaust studs here and I'm not happy about. Damn. This side looks like they're all there. That don't mean that they won't break off. So hope y'all enjoyed this. I don't know how long this video is going to be or what it's going to entail. Hopefully, you know, it's going to be pulling the engine out. Hope it's a good one. Hope I didn't spoof on this one because of all the cussing and time lapse. So hope y'all enjoyed this week's video. I'm gonna see y'all next week.